to them, I'm seeing for a hall of, let's say, a little more than this size.
Internally displaced persons are people who are forced to flee their abode for safety of lives but remain within the confines of their country. According to statistics, Nigeria is counted to have 2.7 million internally displaced persons, and overall, Africa has the largest figure of IDPs in the world. In view of this, Project Officer of Journalists for Christ International Outreach has called on federal government to curb the rate of insurgency in the country to reduce the statistics of internally displaced persons. Dayo Emmanuel disclosed this while interacting with the media during a one-day consultative forum on ways of advancing issues of internally displaced people. Emmanuel said internally displaced people should be treated with dignity as the community is overrun by insurgency, which has led to many fleeing their abode for safety of lives and properties.
We are talking about the rights of IDPs. IDPs are human beings, they are Nigerians, and they have to be treated with dignity. So, a lot of things have happened to them. A lot of them are traumatized. Some of them, food is not even their issue. Some of them, they've been traumatized and they need that encouragement. They need how to get back to life. So, when journalists report this issue, they just report one off and go. But we are creating a kind of framework whereby journalists can come and interact with the issues itself. We need to, the leaders of these IDP camps should know the rules. Government should have I know government have the rules of how these IDP camps can be recognized. Because whether they are recognized or not, human beings are there. They are first human beings before they even become IDPs. And being IDP is not a fault of theirs. A community is overrun by insurgents, and the next thing you see is people are displaced and they have to move into IDP camps. Why do they move into IDP camps? They move into IDP camps so that they can have succor, they can have help, they can have even the basic things of life, food to eat, and have a way of charting a future for themselves. There are children there, there are women there. These are vulnerable people. And you now hear that this IDP camp where they live is not recognized, but there are human beings there. So what the leaders of those IDP camps should do is to know what are the criteria for making their IDP camp recognized.
Also speaking, Ugoma Kuki, Vice President of this outreach, encouraged journalists to always report issues with internally displaced persons to get help from government, private sectors, and international organizations, as there are numerous needs of this set of individuals.
One thing journalists should be looking out for is to look at the stories they have listened to, the experiences people have shared, and from that get story ideas. Because a lot of times we stay on one story idea and becomes boring for our editors, it becomes boring for our organization. So from what we have done, we expect journalists to get new story ideas. Like if you're sitting there, you'll see that even for me, I'm getting different angles. Things I've not heard before about IDPs, I'm hearing them. So we expect journalists to go back and from all those different stories and experiences, get different story angles, so they have a lot to work on. There's the health angle, there's the regular health, there's the mental health, there's the economic angle, there's the security angle. So there are several angles that the journalists can pay attention to.